Welcome back to High Flyer Radio number 39. 39, that's right. Yeah, I got it right this time.
Ooh, goodness.
Uh, 39 as we are back on the internet as we discuss the week of pro wrestling. As always, is an Eric Connor here to host the show, alongside my other host, Aiden Angels.
What's up, man? I'm tired today, dude.
Yep, yep. Hey, but
It
at
hit
least
me
we
today.
finished
I
full
stayed up
gear,
too
right?
late. What's up?
Yeah, at least you finished full gear, right?
Yeah, bro. I finished Full Gear when Full Gear happened, bro. I don't know which. Hey, that's you, man.
Oh man, it's been a wild week. But as always, live and indirect in your faces on youtube.com/nerdcore, twitch.tv/nerdcore, and on Twitter, where it doesn't let you comment, but we're glad that you watch there too. And of
Yep.
course, on a podcast replay in any podcast platform on the in the internet in the world, of course. Uh, yep, another wonderful Sunday morning here as we get to talk about this week in professional wrestling. But before we get into all that, what's up, Aiden? How's it going?
Pretty good. Currently rewatching Spider-Man from 2002. I think is when it came out.
Yeah,
Um, boy, this movie is not. It's not as good as people like to make it seem. It is.
it's really
It's
dated.
It's so outdated, man. Like I'm enjoying it, but it's also a little bit of a chore getting through it because it's kind of like it's a little too cringy. But
Yeah,
I'm getting prepared for the new Spider-Man movie, bro. That's gonna be a good
yeah.
weekend, bro. Bro, winter is coming back in my hometown of Dallas, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on trying to get some like really good tickets for that. And then the next day, getting to go watch Spider-Man No Way Home. Man, that's gonna be a good 2 days.
Hell yeah, man. I'm excited for what's it called. For winter's coming. I'm also excited to
Yeah.
what's it called. Watch No Way Home. I don't know. Maybe we might want to do some what's it called. Maybe we might want to start doing some like review series of all these Spider-Man films as we lead up to No Way Home. But then again,
Yeah,
we do
maybe.
have a pretty busy schedule with the films that are coming out right now to do reviews. But
Yeah.
um, either way, I own Spider-Man 2002 on Blu-ray. Um, it's an old ass version of it, so like it doesn't look as great as it should, because it's like when Blu-rays first started to come out.
Yeah.
So I have it, and yeah, chances are that I need to get a new
Those
what's it called?
$5 Blu-rays.
Yeah, it was like a $5 bin Blu-ray buy,
Yeah.
and yeah, chances are I need to just buy a new version of it because yeah, it doesn't look as great as it should look.
Yeah. I'm
It
watching it on my MacBook with the 4K digital, so it looks pretty great,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's been a hectic week, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and just preface this. A lot of the stuff that's gonna be talked, I'm pretty much gonna talk mostly about AEW. Uh, what's it called? Aiden's gonna cover Dynamite because I had hard ass week of not knowing how to
Yeah.
spend my time.
Yeah.
This was my first week not having a job, so I had time to space out, and I had a bunch of other stuff I had to do because I have to take care of dogs here and stuff, and take care of the house right now. And I wasn't able to like sit down and watch a lot of these shows. But next week I'm gonna be able to get back to my regular pace of things, hopefully.
Yep.
But I did get to watch Full Gear. But I'm gonna go ahead and let Aiden kind of open up here. Well, before we get into like the Full Gear talk, how was the event, man? Because I know you went live. How was it?
Yeah.
Let us know your time over there at Minneapolis.
Well, given my glasses and the state of my phone and everything, it's safe to say Full Gear was a good time. It was cold as shit out there in Minneapolis, dude. Like, holy crap, it was so cold. Like, the moment I got there, it started snowing. Um, the airport was kind of a nightmare to navigate through, which is the worst. Like, that's my biggest fear every time I go travel. It's like, oh my god, I have to navigate through this fucking airport and figure out where I need to be and what time I need to be there, and I hate it. So that
Yeah.
kind of sucks, especially with like the lift pickups. But the actual events themselves, Rampage was a lot of fun the night before. Special live Rampage, since they don't do those live Rampages that often. That was great. unfortunately, the main event for that show really kind of like sucked the air out of the room, and like people were genuinely pissed and like left the show as it was happening because people did not want to see Matt Hardy, and they damn sure didn't want to see Matt Hardy win over Orange Cassidy. So that kind of sucked. But Tony Khan came out at the end of the show and gave us a lot of like Okada teases. So I man, I wouldn't be surprised if at Winter's Coming we get Okada coming out, dude. Like I really wouldn't. Like there's something happening there. The New Japan and AEW relationship seems really strong. But Full Gear is when it got crazy because it was double the amount of people that showed up to the Rampage event, and there was already a lot of people at Rampage, so it was just like deafening inside that building. Everyone was there ready to have a good time. Everyone was there ready to watch Hangman get that belt. Full Gear kicked ass, dude. It was a great fucking pay-per-view. I personally, even though I was there live, I don't think it was as good as All Out, but that's because genuinely I think every match on All Out was like 4.5 stars or above. Like that, like All Out was fucking sick, dude. Like All Out was a great pay-per-view. It might be the best pay-per-view of all time. But Full Gear was probably the second best pay-per-view of the year. Like it was great. It was a great time.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a fun time, man. Because
And fuck the dude who stole the shirt that I got for you, by the way. So I waited like an hour and a half in concessions line, and I was like one of the first people to get there, which is crazy. They were already sold out of the I was there Full Gear shirts, both of the ones that they had in a size large, which pissed me off. They didn't even have an extra large, and they didn't even have medium. All they had was like small. I was like, I can't do that. So then I was like, well, let me at least get Raul a shirt. So I got you the Malachi Black shirt that you wanted. And some assholes stole it during the show.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let me get the refund or a new shirt. So damn, bro. Tony Khan, bro, you owe me a shirt.
TK, you owe me a shirt.
Tony Khan, when I finally make it up there, you owe me a shirt, bro. Jeez.
That's so disappointing. But it's like I said, like I told you, bro. Like it's
I just want the $40 back, bro. I got bills to pay. Jeez.
God, people are assholes, and we'll never really understand why people are assholes. And yeah, I really was looking forward to having that shirt because I really like that shirt. You were telling me which one it was, and I was like, oh, this was one of the ones I like.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. At least I got put on the pay-per-view. At least that was a good moment, bro.
Yeah.
I get to hold that.
Yeah. 1 second, I have to go grab something real quick, but I'll be right back.
No, man, you're good. While you do that, I guess we can just go ahead and transition into the Full Gear review. I'll go ahead and cover some of the matches that I don't think were as pivotal, whatever, as necessary as some of the other ones that we're going to deep dive into. I'll put it that way. Sorry, guys, it's early this morning. Dr. Britt Baker and Ty Conti. It was a great match. There was a lot of really great spots. I really think that Ty Conti, this was like her best showcase since she left NXT. It really shows that she's got a lot of room for development and a lot of room for growth, but she's grown so far already. So I thought this was a great showing for both these women. Unfortunately, being there live, you could literally feel the crowd just not caring about this match. They gradually earned everyone back by the end of the match. They finished strong. Unfortunately, I think that Ty Conti hit too many of like her kind of like finishing maneuvers, and it just really put Britt Baker over strong when I don't think she needs it. Britt Baker already looks strong, but at the same time, getting to see such a showcase from Ty Conti was great. I just don't think the build to this match was special at all. They built the whole thing upon each other's asses and sleeping around to get to the top, and storylines like that revolving women in wrestling in the year 2021. I'm good. I don't really need that. And speaking of things that in the year 2021 that I don't really need and I'm good on, Chris Jericho, I just don't give a shit about the Inner Circle. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's an unpopular opinion, but like Sammy Guevara, I don't know what it is about him. I just don't like him. It has nothing to do with his in-ring work because the dude's talented as fuck. It's just something about him rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is, so I just don't care. I think his TNT title reign being tied into this Inner Circle feud is just not been good for that belt. Feels kind of stale right now. I wish that they had kept it on Miro, but that's a different conversation. Santana and Ortiz, I want them to be doing anything but inner circle business. I don't give a shit. They need to be thrown back into the tag team division soon, please, Lord, because in my opinion, they are the ones to take the belts off of the Lucha Brothers. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think that should happen. I think that they're the next ones. They are hot. They're over. Jake Hager, his work does nothing for me. His character does nothing for me. His promos do nothing for me. Jake Hager is a miss as far as I'm concerned. I don't need it. I'm good. In Chris Jericho, why did you have to start running your mouth over the past 6 months? It's just not been good. Well, really the past year, man. Really don't give a shit about anything Chris Jericho's involved in. So, Minneapolis street fight. There was a toaster involved. It was cool. What else was there that was kind of like not as big? Yes. I keep forgetting about the match, even though it involved three of my favorite wrestlers currently. The Cody and Pac match against Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black. The entrances were super sick live. Super excited to get to see all these workers, but it just really right now I'm good with Cody. If Cody disappeared from my TV screen for another year right now, I think I'd be happy with that. Honestly, I think that that's probably the right call. If you don't want to turn him heel, just have him disappear for a year, get people back into the mood of being like, damn, where's Cody? I kind of miss Cody. Because right now, I think Steven Larson's podcast puts it best. It feels like Cody Island. It feels like Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo and Pac are all stuck on Cody Island. They feel so separate from everything else happening in AEW. Like, it's really strange. Like, the way that Cody's storylines just don't feel like they're affected. Like, in AEW, it's in seeing Malachi Black and Andrade tied into this, especially, it sucks, dude. Like, I'd so much rather be seeing them do something else, man. Like, when we had finally moved on and we got that Malachi Black match with Dante Martin on Dynamite, I was like, oh yes, this is the direction we need to be going. Like, let's get more singles matches in for Malachi. And now we're doing tag matches. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, bro. I see where we're going. We're probably gonna get a four-way match with all these guys, and it's gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here, guys. I'm not into it. But that was Dr. Britt Baker versus Ty Conti, Inner Circle versus American Top Team, and Cody and Pac versus Malachi and Andrade. So there's your brief rundown on those. I figured let's get all the ones that kind of didn't have as high of stakes going into it.
Yeah. So I like the match, the what's it called, the Malachi the tag match. I thought it was fine. Nothing too amazing. The Tay Conti and Britt Baker match I liked, but it was like obviously nothing amazing either.
Yeah, the build to that was just terrible, dude. It was just like, hey, generic women's match, guys. It's like, but we need more than that in the year 2021. There's no excuse.
Yeah, and I didn't watch the inner circle thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun match, but it's just like, who cares right now, dude? Like, I think I did a good job breaking down why the inner circle just no one's into it right now. But I guess we should start with MJF and Darby Allen. The way that the show kicked off, dude. Holy shit.
Oh hell yeah, fantastic match. I love MJF's like get up that he came in with.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah. This match is really good, man.
Yeah, that and Darby's like face paint that he decided to do was really cool. I like the little video package that he did on his way in, where it was like supposed to like symbolize the car crash that he goes in, or that his uncle got into. I thought that was all pretty cool stuff. Yeah, the match was awesome, dude. Like, and this was one of those matches that I was going into Full Gear, and I was like, I'm excited to see these two characters, but I'll be honest, I'm one of those guys where like I really like Darby Allin and I like watching his matches, but I've never loved watching a Darby Allin match. And same goes for MJF, where I'm like, it's just something about them just hasn't clicked with me, I guess. This match was there to fucking get the people like me who like were like, yeah, you know, they're cool, but they're more character guys. You know, this was to get people like me to shut the fuck up. Because these two dudes went out there and worked their asses off and had genuinely one of the best singles matches of the year 2021. Like, I have to think about it, but this might be my favorite match of the year. I've got to be honest, dude. Like, they fucking killed it. The spots that they came up with each other were amazing. It was just the right amount of American wrestling interference bullshit that I like, where Sean Spears and Wardlow come out on the ramp, and then you get Sting, who just already beats the shit out of them and gets them out of there before they can even come in and intervene. MJF's a heel, so he's got to use that diamond ring that he's been using for the past like 2 years to get the victory over Darby. So it keeps Darby looking strong, but it keeps the momentum of MJF moving forward. I think everything about this was a great match, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I bought you enough time, bro. I thought I bought you enough time, man.
No, it's okay. Hey,
it's all good, man.
it's a Sunday in a Mexican household. You know what that means.
Hey, bro.
It's barbacoa time.
Yeah, we're chilling, bro.
Yeah, but I really like this match. I think that these two went to war, man. These two went to freaking war. And it shows. But please, Darby needs to win the next feud because he's lost 2 feuds now.
Yeah.
He's lost the CM Punk feud and he's lost this feud. Please, let's get back on track to Darby winning these feuds because I think I love Darby.
Yeah.
But I think that he's more deserving of not having to lose these feuds. But match went well.
What's up?
Match went well. It was really good spots, and I love the storytelling that they were going with.
Yeah, seeing these two dudes face off is like one of those Stone Cold Rock moments. You know what I mean? Like, these two dudes feel like the future, and their chemistry in this match and their chemistry on the storyline built up to this match. This has been one of my favorite storylines to keep up with, like, every week on Dynamite, dude. So seeing the storyline work all the way through, everything comes full circle. MJF beat him the way he said he would. Darby Allin never broke mentally. He had the chance to use a skateboard in the match, but he didn't. Like, everything was told perfectly, dude. Like, these two dudes are amazing. The stories that they're coming up with over at AEW are just always super compelling. I think that ultimately MJF is going to be the guy to beat Hangman Page. We're going to come full circle on that story where they were the last two together in that first Casino Battle Royale. They were the two dudes who came out during that first time whenever Bret Hart unveiled the AEW World Championship. I think we're coming full circle to that story. And I think that Darby Allin should be the guy to beat MJF after that. You know what I mean? Because these guys could just build a series together.
Yeah. I have a feeling that when MJF wins that title, I don't know what arena they're gonna be in, but they're gonna boo the shit out of that man.
Oh my god. I think Double or Nothing next year. Double or Nothing next year, I'm gonna go ahead and say Thunder Rosa beats Britt Baker for the AEW Women's World Championship, and we get the MJF beating Hangman Page. Because it's like, if we're gonna go home with our babyface losing, we have to make sure another babyface wins. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and call those two right now. I think Tony Khan and I think very similarly whenever it comes to booking, bro. I really do.
I mean, you've been able to predict two of his booking decisions now. So but yeah, I like this match a lot. This was definitely one of my favorites of the night, and it had some of the best character work I'd seen. And I think I agree with you. Who's gonna be taking it when MJF gets it? Who takes it off him? It's got to be.
I think it should be Darby, bro.
I think that belt is gonna look so badass on him, bro.
Yeah, I think it should be Darby, and I think Wardlow should finally turn on MJF to help Darby win. I think that's exactly how it should go, dude. I really do. I'm also like, I haven't mentioned this on the podcast, I don't think, but I met Wardlow at the airport on my way back home, and after having met Wardlow, this dude's like the nicest fucking guy, bro. Like, Wardlow, I wish you all the success, dude. Your power bombs are fucking killer, dude. You're winning me over every week, man. Like I hope whenever Wardlow turns babyface, dude, this man gets like a 2002 Brock Lesnar type of run, man. Like Wardlow's sick, dude. Shout out to Wardlow. But the next match was the Super Click versus Jurassic Express and Christian Cage, which building up that trios rivalry that they have with each other. I thought it was a really fun match. I thought it went on like maybe like 3 minutes too long, but a lot of the spots were cool. I always fall for the thumbtacks in the mouth. That was awesome. Plus with the super kicks to the mouth. That Luchasaurus moonsault off the Full Gear ramp into like Cutler and Nakazawa and all those guys. That was awesome. Christian Cage from the top of the arena, like diving into a whole other section to wipe out everyone. That was sick. Matt Jackson did a really cool like Randy Savage elbow drop onto Luchasaurus on the table. Jungle Boy threw a chair at Adam Cole's head. Like there was just a whole like it was just like these 6 guys hate each other and they beat the shit out of each other, and that's all it was, man.
This was my favorite match to watch with Keon, by the way,
Yeah.
because Keon's reactions during this match were gold. Just a lot of those reactions that he had were just the best, dude. It was fantastic. I like this match a lot. I like
Yeah.
these two teams obviously have so much chemistry with each other to be able to put on great matches.
Yeah.
And
they're still going. And I know some people I know some people are like, "Oh, I'm sick of the rematches," but at the same time it's like they're not giving direct rematches. Every time that these guys have a match together, it's either a different stipulation or it's a different pairing of people. Because now we're moving into this really interesting, and we haven't watched Rampage yet. Sorry, guys. But I know that on Rampage they had Adam Cole, Bobby Fish team up to go up against Jurassic Express, because I think they're getting Jurassic Express heated up for a tag team reign as well, which I think they need. Put the belts on Jurassic Express soon, man. Like that's gotta happen. These guys are hot as fuck, man. Like I love Jungle Boy right now, dude. He is evolving so fast, dude. Pairing him up with Christian Cage was the best thing that you could have done for him, because Christian Cage and him, you can tell that they've been working on things together. Anyways, what was I saying? Fuck, I totally lost my point. Oh, I was basically talking about the Adam Cole and the Bobby Fish storyline. They're moving. Kyle O'Reilly is coming in. It's fucking happening. I wouldn't, depending on whatever day his contract ends in December, I will not be surprised if we get him coming out as Winter's coming, because I think we're building towards Undisputed Era versus the Elite, bro. I think we're gonna get that unification. There's been so many Undisputed Era teases on TV the past couple weeks. Like even this week on Dynamite, whenever Adam Cole and Bobby Fish set each other up to do and that's Undisputed, and the Young Bucks go, whoa, we can't say that here. You can't say that here. You can't do that one here. Like it's great stuff, man. I'm looking forward to whatever's going on with Adam Cole, bro.
Yeah. I think that what's it called? That I agree with you. I think that Lucha Express are bound for those titles soon.
They need them, man. They need them.
I think they're the ones who are gonna beat the Lucha Bros, but that's probably not gonna happen for like a good amount of time.
Yeah, because we're moving into the era now. Now that, like, sorry guys, spoilers, but now that Hangman Page is the world champion, I think we're done with like those kind of like, hey, these are big names from other companies. We're moving into the AEW era. This is time for Tony Khan to reward the people who've been with the company for the past 2 years, who've helped build this company. You're seeing it with Sammy Guevara getting his title reign. Darby Allin had his TNT title reign. I think Darby Allin's destined for a world title reign. I think MJF's destined for a world title reign. Hell, I think Jungle Boy is destined for a world title reign within the next year and a half. I think Jungle Boy's got enough heat behind his back, dude. Like he's one of those like just super fast rising stars. You are gonna see guys though. I feel like Adam Cole's who are gonna come in and get a title reign. I feel like you're gonna see a Keith Lee come in, and you know what I mean. But at the same time, the way that they've treated the belts, where people are getting basically like year-long reigns, I don't know how fast things are going to change hands. I think there's some people though that don't need to hold the belt as long as others, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it brings up to like the well, I don't think it's the next match, right? But it brings up the really good discussion about like how the hell they're gonna do the whole Brian Danielson thing.
Yeah, yeah. And I know Dwayne, he thinks that Brian Danielson will beat Hangman. There's a lot of people that think Brian Danielson's going to beat Hangman, and it's like, I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't think that's the right call. I think that would to me, I feel like that would undo a lot of what you've built up with Hangman.
Yeah, and it also really it stinks of WWE type of booking.
Yeah. But
So
we'll get into that whenever we get there. But the 6-man tag was great. Jungle Boy getting the pin over Matt Jackson with the
mhm.
concerto, I think was the right call.
Yeah, I love that. Christian was like, you do it. What's it called? You do it
Hmm.
at first, and then he what's it called? When he was there, he was like, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah,
Uh,
he was like, I don't know if I want to do it, but then he's like, I'm ready. I'm ready to
yeah,
do it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. CM Punk and Eddie Kingston, man, I thought this match was fucking awesome. And it wasn't even like a wrestling match. This match was like,
well, these motherfuckers wanted to fight.
yeah, this was a fucking knockdown, drag out fight, bro. These two dudes hate each other. This is such an organic story that's been building for 15 years. I think that
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston is the perfect guy to get CM Punk um out of that mode of like, oh, hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Dynamite. You ready to have a good show? We're having a great show tonight. We got Dr.
Yep.
Britt Baker in the house. Woo!
And the
Like,
crowd booed him. The
yeah,
crowd
dude.
booed him.
The crowd booed him on Full Gear, man, whenever he came out because Eddie's right. Everything that they had in the promos into the weeks built up, Eddie Kingston is right. Eddie Kingston is right about CM Punk. CM Punk is a narcissistic asshole. He thinks that all of us are gonna fall for his tricks, and I'm not
Mhm.
falling for it, CM Punk. I know you. I know what you're here to do. You're here to do everything that you hated about The Rock, everything you hated about Cena. You're coming in. You're having matches with all these young talented guys. You're beating them, and that's part of the story, man. I'm buying into it. CM Punk is going to turn heel. It's going to be amazing. We're
Yeah.
going to get heel CM Punk and heel Brian Danielson teaming up together to go on a run, and I'm going to love it, man. I'm excited for this story, especially after Dynamite this week. Wherever the CM Punk story is going, I'm invested now for sure.
Yeah. So also I really really like that they went like really like into it with the violence, and they got blood in there, and it was done well. I think that you needed it there where it needed to feel like it was gonna literally be a brawl.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I love Eddie. I think Eddie keeps on, what's it called, showing that he's just fantastic, and
Mhm.
he's one of the best on that roster, man.
He's the
I
best
love this.
promo in the game right now to me, to be
Hell
honest, dude.
yeah.
He's better than he
Next to
outdid CM Punk
MJF,
on that
bro.
mic, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston, CM Punk, and MJF are the three best promos in the business, bro.
Yeah.
And you can't convince me otherwise, man. Yeah, dude. What a killer match. Eddie Kingston over as ever, man. I was rooting for him that whole match, dude. And again, I'll say it here too. I think Eddie Kingston should be the guy to beat CM Punk. Whenever CM Punk's title reign comes, Eddie Kingston should be the guy to beat CM Punk. After this match, I'm convinced. And I
I think that's
think
a
when
story waiting to happen, dude. I think
and
that's
I
something that's
yeah,
gonna
and
go
I
on to
think
happen.
when Eddie Kingston beats CM Punk, he puts that belt over his shoulder, and Eddie Kingston's the one to put his hand out to shake CM Punk's hand. You know what I mean? I feel like something like that would be like a nice moment, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. These guys are wrestling geniuses, man, and a
Yep.
company that lets them do what they want to do and tell the stories they want to tell.
Yeah.
We'll get good shit out of it.
Mm-hmm. What was the next match?
I think the next one is our main event, man. Kenny Omega
We didn't
versus
talk about
Hangman Adam
Danielson and
Page. Oh
Danielson.
fuck, dude. I gotta be honest, man. Danielson and Miro. I don't know. It didn't do it for me, dude. I
That's
keep
all
I
right.
keep
It was
I
good.
keep forgetting about it, man. But yeah, Danielson and Miro. Let's talk about that one. For the AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament, of course,
Mhm.
Miro thrown in to replace John Moxley. who most likely was going to be the guy to win this tournament instead of Bryan Danielson. But we've talked about what's going on with John. Happy to
Mhm.
hear online that things seem like
Dude, and
they're
hold
moving in
on,
a
the
positive
Lucha Bros
direction.
and FTR as well. You didn't talk that?
Oh my god, what am I doing, bro? Sorry, man. It's early in the morning, bro. Jeez. Sorry,
Yeah.
bro. But anyways, yeah, Miro and Danielson. I thought this was Miro's best match. Um which it was a good match. Like I thought this match was really good. I just something about the finish didn't feel right to me.
Yeah.
There was a DDT type of attempt off the
Also, it
top
was
rope that looked
botched.
a little
Yeah.
sloppy. Yeah, and it just didn't transition well into the whatever submission hold that Danielson used to ultimately finish the match. I also Miro was actually for sure injured. I've never seen a wrestler walk into the ring with tape around one article of their body, and that article of your body didn't get worked over at all in the match. So that was definitely a real injury that it felt like Miro was working around.
Yeah.
So these guys went out there, they fucking knocked each other's heads in, and that's all I wanted out of it.
Yeah. Um, I like this match. I kind of agree a lot with what Aiden says here. I thought the finish was odd. I think that it was
Yeah.
a botched DDT as well, but pretty good match. I think that if it would have been John Moxley and Bryan, I think that John Moxley was gonna end up winning. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I do think John Moxley would have
Yeah.
ended up winning because I don't think, and we'll talk about what's going on with the Bryan Danielson character. I don't think that him turning heel this week on Dynamite is gonna be. I don't think this is gonna be like a long term heel turn. I feel like this is gonna be like a hey, I'm gonna be a heel to be an asshole, so that way I can make Hangman look like the best baby face in the business right now. And whenever he beats me and I get my first loss in AEW, I can be like, oh hey, you know, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? You're right, Hangman. Let me
Yeah.
be humble. I think we'll get something like that. So
Why are we so up so early on a Sunday night? Because we get to talk wrestling. That's why we're
yeah,
up
we're
early.
talking about wrestling, bro.
Yeah.
We're talking
Um.
about Hangman Adam Page, your favorite.
Yeah. Now the Lucha Brothers
Yeah.
and FTR killed it, of course.
Oh, dude, that was
Always.
so fun. My two favorite tag teams of all time, bro. They
Great
fucking killed it,
match.
dude. They fucking
Great
killed it,
match.
man.
The
I
references to Eddie was fantastic.
yeah.
Cannot ask for a better match, man. I mean, those two kill it every single time in that ring, bro.
I just realized, like over here in the corner, I've got my "Good Job" hanger shirt or poster, and it doesn't really look that great in the corner. I'm like,
I was like, what is that saying? Good job, Hanger.
the only few letters that were hanging out over there in the corner didn't really look that great. So
Yeah,
let's go ahead and just scoot that over. But
yeah.
yeah, Lucha Brothers and FCR, that was fucking killer, dude.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Great match, great spots, and I like that. What's it called? Of course, the Lucha Brothers retain because there's no way
Yeah,
that they're gonna take them off that fast.
Lucha Brothers retain in a weird way. I felt like, I didn't like the whole like mask on his face,
Yeah, there was some
and
odd booking.
pinning the
Yeah,
illegal guy. I don't know, man.
this whole pay per view, other than the main event, had some like really like questionable, like confusing finishes for me. That I
Yeah,
was like,
honestly,
why do that? Like,
and they weren't like, oh, the match is ruined type of finishes. They were
no.
just kind of like, well, now the match isn't like as good as it could have been
Yeah,
kind of
like
finish. Like I
why
felt like
though? Yeah.
and it happened mainly like this match, the Bryanson Miro match. I feel like the Minneapolis street fight, that whole thing is a gimmick. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just felt like there was a couple like some of the matches went a little longer than they needed to be, and some of the finishes were a little
Hmm.
wonkier than they needed to be.
Yeah. But this match was fantastic, of course.
Yeah.
Those
It's
two.
one of those matches that can only be described as it's the Lucha Brothers and FTR. So just go watch
Yeah.
it. You know?
Fuck yeah. And of course, our main event, you know, a lot of talk around this one, man. A lot of stuff that went up. We were like, God damn it, bro! If Omega wins, we're like, who the hell is Omega gonna win? But we should have
Yep.
never questioned it, bro. That it was there. It was his time, bro. And we have a new AEW World
Yep.
Champion, bro. Congrats to the Hangman Adam Page, man. We have a new champion. I'm really happy because it means that we have a new person to look at every night with the belt, and we get to see a new run. But also, it's about damn time, bro. That man
Yeah, bro.
deserves it. That man's been putting in so much work, and
Three
he's easily
years, man.
yeah
3 years the story's been built up to, man.
yeah. But I like this match. I told Aiden during the match, I was like, we had constantly talked about like who would kick out of the one winged angel, but we never thought about who is gonna give Kenny a
Yeah,
one winged angel.
yeah.
And I think that does more than kicking out of the one winged angel, bro.
I don't know if it does more, but I feel like it was the right moment because I feel like if Hangman had kicked out of the One Wing Angel, that would have been a bigger pop than him winning the title. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because it's like a couple people have brought this up, but it's like if you were to do, and I don't think this is what they're gonna do, but it's like if you were to do a rematch and you wanted to put the belt back on Kenny, it's like if if Kenny Omega hits the One Wing Angel and he kicks out of it, and then ultimately hits another one and he doesn't kick out of it, I feel like maybe that's a good way to like keep
Yeah.
Hangman looking strong in defeat or something like that. But I don't know. I did love the Hangman One Wing Angel though, because it was a really cool callback to Revolution also.
Mm-hmm.
Especially also, the finish of the match where we got the buckshot lariat to the back of the head of Kenny at first, where it's like it was another callback to a Revolution whenever it looked like Hangman was going to hit that buckshot on Kenny when he was turned around. So I really
Mm-hmm.
liked that, and the Bucks finally showing up in the corner for Hangman. When they weren't there at his first world title match at All Out back in 2019. Um, the nod from Matt Jackson to Hangman to hit the buckshot lariat was great. Uh, you know, Everything about this match was awesome. Hangman looked like a star this whole match. Kenny Omega was incredible. I think that it's not the best singles match in AEW, but this is one of the best singles matches in AEW. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy that we had an amazing card, kicked off by a 5-star match and then ended by a 5-star match, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
these two dudes killed it. Their chemistry is incredible. Kenny Omega was an incredible world champion. I know everyone's talking about Bryan Danielson for Wrestler of the Year, but Kenny Omega was on the run of his life this year, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Kenny Omega, the Impact World Champion, AAA World Champion, the AEW World Champion, carrying AEW, carrying AEW to the success that they are at now. Like, none of this would have been possible if it weren't for the run that Kenny Omega had last year and this year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hangman Adam Page is about to go on the run of his life. He's
Yeah.
he's not even the best wrestler that he could be. I feel like in 2 years there's a very real discussion to have about if Hangman is the best wrestler in the world.
So I think that we're headed to like a really interesting run. I love the moment in the match where I think he gave him like a V trigger, and then what's it called? Hangman just gets up and he just goes straight up into Kenny's face, and I think he tells him, "Come on, motherfucker!"
Yeah, is
And
that
I'm
all you
like,
got,
"Holy,
motherfucker?
oh,
Yeah,
you
that
got
was
motherfucker!"
great.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Holy shit, man! It was good," and I like the finish a lot, and I love that that the Dark Order came out to celebrate, and
Mm,
it was wonderful, man. I think this was one of the best story
yeah.
matches I've seen in a long time.
They
Um,
they come out to celebrate. They hand him the beer, and he like throws it to the side, and just like gives them a hug, and then they all
yeah,
lift him up. I was saying it in the line on the way into the show. I was like, if this show does not end with the Dark Order in the middle of the ring holding Hangman Adam Page up while he holds that AEW World Championship, we have done
mhm,
something wrong. Tony Khan, God bless you, sir. You are the Booker of the Year. Thank you
yeah,
so much for what the fuck you've done for professional wrestling. Book more niggas.
yeah. You know what just what's it called pains me is that like in a world where Brody wouldn't have died, one of the
Yeah.
first feuds that he would have had would have easily been what's it called Brody versus
Oh my
Hangman
gosh.
for that
Man,
title.
it's see that's so sad because it's like, man, what does AEW look like with Brody still there? You know what I mean? Brody, God, Brody would have been an incredible world champion, man.
Hell
Brody would
yeah,
have been an incredible world champion, dude. Gosh.
yeah. But
I
that
still
said,
look. I mean, just go back and watch that John Moxley and Brody Lee match, guys. If y'all want to have a good time, man, That's one of the best matches of his career, man. What a glimpse of what we could have had, man.
Yep. So that said, I really like this. I like this pay per view. It wasn't better than All Out for sure, but it had some moments that I was like, I really liked a lot. But
Yeah.
it still was a good time. I still
It's like a
liked it overall.
4.5 out of 5 pay per view, man. This is a good pay per view, man.
Yeah, it was like a 4 out of 5 for me. Um, but obviously my what's it called match tonight was Omega and Hangman. I thought that match was great. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um, you want to just go quickly into like the AEW what's it called stuff
Uh,
here about Omega being injured, so he's gonna be out.
yeah. So that's kind of the like main fallout of Full Gear. Kenny Omega is going to be out. You know, they kind of went over it at the beginning of Dynamite.
Mhm.
There was a little segment that we had where Kenny was like, good job, Hanger. You beat me fair and square. You did it. I've got some things I need to reassess. I haven't watched the match back yet, but was hoping that you could hold down the fort while I'm gone. Adam Cole jumps in. He says, "No problem, cleaner. I'll hold the fort down while you're gone. No problem at all." And Kenny Omega's like, "Yeah, well, I was talking to the Bucks, but I appreciate it." And it gets really awkward again,
Yeah,
guys. Kenny Omega versus Adam Cole. I will fly to wherever the fuck that's gonna be at.
yeah.
I will fly to that match.
And I love
Please, Lord.
what's his name? I think it was Matt or Nick. I don't know who it was. What's it called? Just going, Brandon, stop recording. Just press the red button. Press
Yeah,
the red
press the red
button.
button. so
I
that
love that
so
moment.
yeah, so that's obviously because Kenny Omega is going to be out. Per Dave Meltzer, he's getting surgery for his shoulder, knee, abdominal issues, and his septum issues, and he's going to
Hmm.
be yeah. So Kenny Omega's banged up. He's really going to be the Terminator whenever he comes back. When he
Yep.
comes back, I hope for like a huge babyface run for him because he kind of deserves it. Kenny Omega just deserves to be treated like a legend at this point now at AEW, really. Um, Triple Mania, he's going to be missing, which I think is the right call.
Are they gonna strip him of the belt, or they're
I
gonna?
don't think they're going to strip him of the belt because from what I read, Kenny Omega can come back like February, but I don't think
Okay.
he will. I think Kenny Omega deserves at least 6 months off, at least 6 months. So
Yeah.
so we'll see what happens with that. But Kenny Omega is going to be out for a while, so get used to our current stars, man. And you know what? He deserves it, man. Kenny Omega did everything that he needed to do in AEW. I don't. He doesn't really need another world title run in AEW. I think Kenny Omega would be fine just to be a really good singles guy and keep telling interesting stories at AEW. It's time to move on to the future, man. It's time to give the Keith Lees of the world, the Swerves of the world, who I hope are coming into AEW. It's time to give people like that
Yeah.
the the gold and the future of wrestling.
Um. So. Um. So we have one thing here. Well, we have two things here. You said that yeah, I didn't get to watch the Punk and MJF segment. I'm gonna go ahead and watch that soon today. I
Yeah,
got a lot of stuff I need to watch
yeah.
today
I'll,
because I
I'll,
got
I'll
some
go ahead.
finish
I'll
going
go
on.
ahead and brush through Dynamite since you didn't really
Yeah.
get a chance to watch it. We had the really cool National Cowboy Shit Day segment to kick off the show. Nice coronation. Hangman Adam Page in Virginia. Crowd chants cowboy shit. The crowd's going crazy for Hangman with his new world title, man. So happy for the dude. You could just tell that this moment's been earned, and Hangman even says it. He says, "I don't deserve it. I effing earned it," which is great. Then we get Hangman talking about his upcoming match with Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson comes out, says, "Hey, I was out here wrestling the day after WrestleMania, and the crowd hates WrestleMania. Crowd crowd just boos this man out of the building. AW crowds want nothing to do with WrestleMania or anything having to do with WWE. Booed this man out of the building." Bryan Danielson talks about how he doesn't want Hangman to have the excuse that he's not ready. So ultimately, after Bryan Danielson has his match with Evil Uno on the show, he says he wants to kick every one of the Dark Order members' heads in, so that way Hangman has enough time to get ready for his match with him, which hopefully will be at Winter's Coming. God, I hope so, because I'm gonna be there. So that was awesome. Bryan Danielson turns heel, at least for the foreseeable future. I really liked it. We get MJF talking about how he proved to the world that he is everything that he says he is. Basically, cuts a promo to tell you guys to stop fucking comparing MJF to The Miz because he's better than he is in every single way. He's the best promo. He's the best worker. He's got everything. I'm convinced MJF's gonna win that title. He comes out to the ring and kind of reinstates it, continues his campaign for himself to get the title, says he's the best in the world. Obviously, CM Punk's music drops. CM Punk just walks out, stares MJF down, doesn't say a word, and walks off. And, gets in MJF's head. MJF's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, so it's great.
Yeah.
I don't really remember anything else that happened on Dynamite. I'll be honest, guys. I know that unfortunately the Jay Lethal and Sammy Guevara the
Yeah.
main event was a great match. Fuck Jay Lethal. That's really all we have to say here on the
Yeah.
show.
Fuck Jay Lethal.
Fuck Jay Lethal, and I honestly think it's really irresponsible that AEW signed him and hasn't even brought up any of his allegations. I think it's really irresponsible, and I think this sets a really bad precedent for AEW.
I say that it's really interesting that you think that Danielson turned heel on Dynamite,
Oh,
because
you don't think?
I don't think it's a heel turn. I
Oh, you
didn't
don't think
read
it's a
it.
heel turn?
I didn't read it as heel.
Oh, okay.
It reads more as a tweener to me,
Oh, yeah.
because like he says like what's it called? Because it's still I don't know, because we have seen Danielson what's it called heel before, like in
Yeah.
WWE. We know when he's heel because he's like really loudmouth about it. You know, I love the the wheat belt days. You know what's it called?
Yeah. The
That
eco
run.
belt.
Yeah, when he
I
was
hope they
heel,
don't
man.
do that again, but I
No,
wouldn't be mad because it was great. That
yeah,
was a great run.
yeah.
That was the ultimate villain for Kofi Kingston, bro. That was such a great. God damn it! I missed that. I missed those days, man.
Yeah, when he would just come out and be like, because of you, you terrible people who are just polluting this earth.
Pickle.
You're out there buying your hot dogs and your paper. It,
Yep. God damn it.
but it read more as tweener to me because he still kind of faced the ground and be like, I'm out here because he can't. What's it called? He doesn't want to fight because he's not ready. And it's like to me, it's kind of a little bit of the in between spot. Like
Yeah.
maybe as we see the next week's coming forward, maybe I'll make up my mind whether it's heel or not. But I think it read more as like tweener to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair too. I feel like it's definitely one of those kind of ones where it's like it can be viewed either or. Either
Hmm.
way, I feel like we'll get more traditional babyface Brian Danielson after this series. Like I said, where it's like I think Hangman's gonna pick up the win. I think Hangman should pick up the win. Um, to
Yeah,
really solidify his place and in this company and holding that belt. He needs at least one successful defense. And having a defense over Brian Danielson does so much for someone like Hangman.
yeah,
Especially whenever there is a conversation of if Brian Danielson is the rest of the year, which I think is a legitimate conversation too. Still think Kenny Omega is. I really like it. Dynamite was good this week.
hmm
I'm looking forward to what comes out of it. But I feel like we just should finish the show with this last bullshit conversation.
yeah. So what we thought would not have to happen again. So Um, it seems that those last releases weren't what was last of that was the weren't the last of them. At WWE. Um, WWE has went ahead and released the following names from their roster: John Morrison, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Top Dollar, Ashanti D Adonis, Tegan Knox, Drake Maverick, Shane Thorne, and Jackson Riker. Those all currently are the updated names of who have been released as of late, and according to Fightful, the email cited budget cuts, uh, which by the way, uh, fuck them for not even having the courtesy to to have a call,
Yeah,
because like email dog, email.
yeah,
Uh um so that means that we've all of Hit Row is gone. We didn't have any more Hit Row, which really sucks because I was enjoying Hit Row. I
yeah.
really wanted to see more of what they were gonna do with them. Um, and damn, uh, Swerve. I think Swerve is definitely gonna what's it called?
He's gonna land on his feet.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
he's I would bet money he's going to AEW. Especially if you listen to the Grapsity podcast, which is my favorite wrestling podcast to listen to, other than this one, of course. Um, Swerve's cousins on that show, Will Washington, they talk pretty regularly. And I implore you guys not to plug other people's stuff, but please go listen to their episode from yesterday. Now that Swerve is not at WWE anymore, and Will said that his breaks with WWE are off now, him going off about fuck WWE was incredible. So please go listen to that. If you want to listen to three black dudes' perspective on wrestling, that's the best show to go do it.
Mhm.
This is for this is your Sunday vibes. You know what I'm saying? We do on our own thing out here too,
Yeah,
but
we plug
but
other shows, and
yeah, but we show love to the community. You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying? So
exactly.
that's
That's what
what
it's
we're
all
all
about.
about here. That's what we're all about here. But
Yeah.
Swerve's gonna be fine. But I will say this because he did bring it up on that show. The idea of hit row, fuck that. So apparently that's the thing that like hit row should not be a thing moving forward. You know what I mean? That's the way he
Mhm.
feels. He feels as though Swerve doesn't need it. Swerve never needed it. Hit row was a developmental act. If the other guys want to go off and do their own thing as hit row, that's fine, but leave Swerve out of it. So like if you
Yeah.
if you're one of those people tweeting about I want hit row back, maybe tweet everybody but Swerve. That's all I would say about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But it's just
Uh
ridiculous, dude. And it's a week before Thanksgiving. The holidays are coming up. A lot. The shadiest shit about this is the fact that John Morrison, married to Taya Valkyrie, who they moved all the way out of their homes to WWE to be closer to WWE, so that way she could be there for NXT 2.0. Was brought up to NXT, which she shouldn't have. She should have been brought up to the main roster because she's a main roster level talent. If you don't see it, you're a fucking idiot. Um,
yeah, I've been paying attention. Yeah.
John Morrison went from a guy who held 3 title belts on the Indies to being Johnny Drip Drip with a drip stick. These people have been just mentally abused and used, and it's wrong. This company's trash. This company's not professional wrestling. I don't give a fuck about the WWE. We're not. I'm done with these pay per view watch alongs from the WWE, dude. I can't. This company fucking sucks. This company doesn't deserve it. If you like professional wrestling, you don't need to be spending your money on this. I'm done. I really am. I'm not watching this shit anymore. Honestly, dude, I don't even know if I want to go to WrestleMania next year. I'll be completely honest with you. At this point, there's nothing about this company that I want to support. Uh, it's shit to also have put a lot of these people who were on NXT deals, move them up to the main roster, and then release them so that way they could be on 90-day non-competes instead of 30-day non-competes. You're literal trash for that. You are literal trash for that. Go fuck yourself, John Laurinaitis. Vince McMahon, you're the biggest cunt in the industry. Triple H, fucking quit. Start a genuine third promotion because I believe you could probably do it. There's more than enough talent out there on the indies. The indies are fucking booming right now. Even next week, I'm so sad that I can't go to the GCW show in Dallas, dude. Bandito, Thunder Rosa, the indies are booming right now, man. Daniel Garcia is going to be out in Houston for New Texas Pro like next week, which I really want to go to. There's so, dude, fuck WWE. If you like professional wrestling, go watch something else. Go watch GCW, go watch MLW, go watch AEW, go watch NJPW. Go watch Stardom. Watch Mission Pro Wrestling. Please watch Mission Pro Wrestling, especially if you like Thunder Rosa. Watch anything but this fucking bullshit sports entertainment company. And that's all I'm gonna say.
It sucks a lot, man. It sucks that what's it called? That it's come to this point where this company is keeps on doing this shit, and I just which I hope everybody lands on their feet and everybody's able to what's it called, do what they need to do to keep on having a career. The good thing is that the time that we're in right now, that there is more than one company that you can go work for, and you can still have yourself a successful career.
There's options, man. There's options. Like
we're moving past the idea
there's a
that
time to be a
WWE
professional wrestler, man.
we're moving past the idea that WWE is the only destination. I think Drake Maverick's going back to TNA, which sucks because I don't want to see him in TNA. But what's it called? I think he's going back to Impact. When a lot of these names, I don't know where they'll land, but I know the Swerve will probably end up in AEW. 100%.
Drake Maverick, by the way, I do want to add, what a fucking talent, man! What a miss that you are if you don't see it.
Yeah. With that said, though, that's about it when it comes to this show. We didn't get the chance to watch Rampage, and I am not even gonna lie, y'all. I didn't even know the fucking Survivor Series was Sunday.
I don't think they know Survivor Series is this Sunday. I don't think they know Survivor Series is. Who gives a shit? Big E, you're killing it.
Big E, Roman, you're killing it.
Bianca, I'm rooting for you.
He came out to like announce his MMA fight or something. He was
it was like a boxing fight or something last night.
Yeah, I watched that video. It looked badass. It was badass, man.
Yeah,
but Big
E's doing things, man.
Whoever was doing the graphics, you got it wrong. Big E is not the Universal Champion.
He should be, goddammit. I think Big E should be the guy to beat Roman Reigns, but that's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be Brock Lesnar. It's probably going to be next year at WrestleMania. And so I'm not fucking going, bro. Fuck all that.
What's it called? I would love for Roman to use that and be like, look what these idiots are doing over there. They think that he's the Universal Champion.
Yeah, bro, it'd be great. Use that material in your storylines, but you probably won't because you're incompetent.
Yeah. All right. With that said, though, it's been a fun time, my friends, and as always, I'm going to be live tonight at 8:30 p.m. for the Nerdcore live show, and so just go ahead and stay tuned to this YouTube channel tonight. We're going to be talking about Delroy Lindo joining the cast of Blade. So we're going to talk about that, and I'm excited to talk about that because, of course, I fucking love Delroy Lindo. So you can make sure to tune into that. Aiden, you join us tonight, or you working late tonight?
Nah, I've got work. I've got to leave in like an hour.
All right. Well, you let them know where they can find you.
On Twitter at Aiden Angels. And that's it, man. Be chilling, man. Just be chilling, man.
Of course, keep up to date with everything that's going on with the Nerdcore. Go over to thenerdcore.com. But also, if you want to go ahead and support us directly, go over to the patreon.com/nerdcore, where we have a bunch of exclusives and a lot of wonderful stuff. Next week is this week is going to be our mini pod week, so you get a mini pod at the $2 tier, and we also have a commentary that was done this last week of Transformers, the movie from 1986. So go and check that out. A lot of cool stuff is over on the Patreon at patreon.com/nerdcore. And as always, I'm the Nerd Chicano, both Instagram and Twitter, twitch.tv/Nerd Chicano. Go and check me out on youtube.com under Raul Alejandro Mendoza. I've got some videos that are in the works right now. I'm still making my way through my Essential Fellini set, so I'm going to be doing some couple of talks about those. And I've got a bunch of fucking movies that I can talk about, and I'm working on a video essay and a whole lot of other stuff because your boy's got got time, and I'm possibly going to make a Patreon because I don't have a job right now. So we'll see what happens. With that said, though, it's been a lot of fun. And as always, it's been High Fly Radio. Don't tap out.
Tune in.